And he'll set up the offense again for the Knights. Now he hands it off to Davis. Davis will then bring it left side to Walker. And now an oop play to Davis, who misses the shot. He was wide open. And now the Vikings have the rebound, fortunately. Now Platt, top of the key, left side to Hollowell. He was open for a second. Now he decides to pass it off to Stroud between the circle. Stroud looking left side, picks up his dribble, gets it inside to Chaz Bruce in the high post, and passes it right to Banks of the Knights as he's trying to find Platt cutting through. Now Foster has it on the top of the key. Left side to Banks. He then gives it over to Davis. Now Davis top of the key with it. 6:44 to play in the first quarter. A 2-0 lead for the Vikings. Now Foster picks up his dribble on the right wing, gives it off to Banks. Banks going to work, will then hand it off to Walker again. Now back to Banks. He'll shoot the fadeaway jumper, and that's good. Banks, he's a huge guy, and he's bodying up there well with Bruce, and he just shot that fadeaway jumper, and it looked great. And it's now a 2-2 ball game as the Vikings break the press of the Knights very easily. Now Hollowell with it between the circle. He gives it off left side to Stroud, now in the corner to Platt. He gets double teamed inside to Bruce. Bruce will then find Hollowell for three on the right side. It's good. And that's great to see from Hunter Hollowell. He hasn't knocked down his first three of a ball game in the last few games. So a big three there from Hunter Hollowell, and that gives a 3-point lead for the Vikings. Now Foster off to Banks in the corner. He'll take a three. That one is short, and Hunter Hollowell's there for the rebound. Now Hollowell trying to draw a foul on Foster as he's chasing him from behind, and now he passes it off to Stroud. Stroud, top of the key, will bring it to the right side, pick up his dribble. Now looking back left to Platt. Platt gets it inside to Sam Doherty now. It touches it for the first time. 5:37 to play in the first quarter. Now Hollowell for three from the corner again. That one's off the mark. But Luke Stroud's there for the offensive rebound. Stroud will bring it out towards the half-court line, pass it over to Hollowell. Hollowell inside to Chaz Bruce, back out to Stroud, now right side to Platt. Platt gets closed out well by Foster. Now he gets it inside to Bruce. It's too far under the basket. Now back out to Platt. He'll fire three, and that's good. Two big threes from Hollowell and Platt in back-to-back possessions. Give a big 6-point lead, 8-2, with 5 minutes to play in the first quarter. Now the Knights with the ball. This is Walker. He'll hand it off to Davis. He'll take a three of his own. That one's way off the mark, but Banks gets the offensive rebound. Now Banks going back in, back out to Walker. He'll take a three. Almost airballed it, caught a piece of the rim, and Sam Doherty gets the rebound. 4:50 to play in the first quarter. 8-2 lead for the Vikings. A good start. This is Hollowell in the left corner. Inside to Chaz Bruce again. Now back out to Hollowell. He'll drive towards the baseline. Inside to Doherty. Down low, and it's stolen away by Foster. A lazy pass by Doherty. Now Foster bringing it up for the Knights. Top of the key, left side to Cook. He'll drive to the basket, and a foul call before he got to the basket. Wait to see who this one is on, but the Knights will have it out of bounds under the basket.
And it looks like that one's going to go on Luke Stroud. Just got beat off the dribble there. But right now the Vikings looking pretty good offensively. They're throwing too many passes over the top, and with this athletic Lures team that's going to be picked off all night. So the bounce pass will be very important for the Vikings to keep the offense going here early in the game.
Now this is Walker with it for the Knights. Gets it inside to Banks, who gets double-teamed by Platt as he's tried to come over to help. Now Banks will go up, gets blocked by Bruce, but he gets the ball back, and now Walker with it. He'll drive, go up, gets blocked again by Chaz Bruce, and Walker picks it back up. So the Knights still with the ball after two blocks by Chaz Bruce. Now Walker, right side to Davis. He'll take a three. That's good. That really deflates the balloon on the defensive possession there, as Chaz Bruce picks up two blocks, and then they knock down a three. So now it's an 8-5 ball game. The Vikings still lead by three. The Vikings trying to break the press here. Hollowell's left open. Down low to Chaz Bruce, and he will lay it in. A great pass by Hollowell and a timeout call by Coach Foster, as the Vikings lead 10-5 with 3:39 to play in the first quarter. A big start for this Vikings team.
Absolutely, and this is exactly what the Vikings needed to see. Hollowell with already two tremendous passes to Chaz Bruce. Chaz Bruce has four already, and then Hollowell knocking down that three-pointer, which was great to see, and Connor Platt knocking down his only shot. If it weren't for the two turnovers, the Vikings might be up by double digits right now, but right here, 10-5 lead, a pretty good start with 3:39 left in this first quarter. The Vikings are just doing a very nice job here passing the ball and getting through the press. We've seen it all year long that teams that press against the Huntington North Vikings are usually not successful. A lot of athletic teams have tried overlooking the Vikings' skill with the ball and really getting up into them, and the Vikings have shredded some of those teams like New Haven. So hopefully the Vikings can continue to pass the ball as crisply as they have, except for the two possessions, and keep scoring these easy baskets.
Now Foster down low, playing defense well is Sam Doherty as he picks up the rebound after the missed shot by Foster. Now the Vikings have the ball. This is Platt. Hands it off to Stroud on the wing. He gets it picked away. Now he'll pick it back up. Gives it off to Platt in the corner, drives towards the baseline, gets stopped by Cook, and now it's thrown away by Foster. Foster at the other end, and he will lay it in with ease. And the Vikings were doing very well, as Preston mentioned in the pregame, that they needed to get it inside-out action. They were doing that to perfection in the first few possessions. As the Vikings have the ball back now, only up 3, 10-7. Now Hollowell driving to the baseline, lost the handle, finds Platt in the left corner. He'll take a three. That's good. A great find from Hunter Hollowell. Lost the handle on it. He was going out of bounds and then found Platt wide open in the corner, and he drains it. And it's now back to a 6-point lead for the Vikings with 2:40 to play in the first quarter. Now Davis with it on the top of the key. Goes to the right side, off to Foster. He'll pull up for three from the right, and that's no good. Chaz Bruce is there to corral the rebound. Bruce will pass it off to Platt, and he'll walk it up the court for the Vikings. A very good start for the Vikings, only giving up 7 points so far in this first quarter with 2:21 to play. Now Platt on the left side, back to Stroud. He's looking inside for Hunter Hollowell. Now he'll drive it towards the left, hand it off to Sam Doherty. Almost a back up by Platt. Now he does drive to the baseline into Sam Doherty. He gets picked, but they call a foul. And I believe this will go on Banks. We'll wait to see, as there was two defenders on there, but Sam Doherty will be at the line for two shots.
Give it back to the Bulldogs with 9:25 to play in the first overtime to go. Golden goal situation, as I explained earlier. First team that scores wins. And now the Bulldogs have the ball. As this is Gelmhays with it on the right side. He'll clear it up and goes right to Gutman of the Hoosiers. And so the Hoosiers will have the ball again. Now a little bit of kickball being played. Goes right back to the Bulldogs. The Hoosiers give it to him. Now Gelmhays with it. Finds in the middle to number 5, Jared Timmer, the first goal scorer of the game for the Bulldogs and both teams. And now a little fight between. Ballard gets the ball back.
What a play by Ballard to possess that ball and get it into the middle there.
And now Ballard trying to find Poncho. Poncho loses a handle on it, and Bulldogs will clear it out.
Ballard showed some juggling skills to get that ball right where he needed it to be.
A great play by Ballard in the middle of the field to fight for it.
Unfortunately, Indiana's not able to make anything of it.
As Colin Webb got it and had to clear it back out. As the goalkeeper playing well here tonight with a tremendous save with about 5 minutes to go on David Goldsmith. Now the Hoosiers have the ball. This is Gutman on the left side. He's had 2 shots from the left side. Now it's crossed in. And now this is number 14 with it, top of the 18. He'll take a shot, goes right to Eric Dick. As that one was close to being the golden goal situation, but it does not go in for the Hoosiers, as that was Phil Fives taking the shot there. And now the Bulldogs will have the ball again. A great shot by Phil Fives.
Fives was able to weave through the defense there, but that shot was just straight at Eric Dick. He didn't really have to move side to side at all.
Now Poncho with the ball for the Hoosiers. 7:45 remaining in the first overtime. Now he finds Buckmaster. Buckmaster looking around. Will give it back to Poncho on the top of the 18. Back to Buckmaster, and a great play by the Bulldogs defender. And now top of the 18, the Hoosiers have it. It's cleared over to Gutman. Gutman will then find Tanner Thompson with it in the middle of the field. Now over to Phil Fives. Fives will cross it in on the ground. And this one gets out of bounds. This will be a corner kick for the Hoosiers. And so a bit of a misplay there, as the Bulldogs defender had no one around him. And so now the Hoosiers will have it for the corner kick. Tanner Thompson will take it. With 7 minutes to play, this could be it for the Hoosiers to get the ball in the back of the net.
And Indiana's bench is fired up about this corner right now.
Tanner Thompson getting set to take the corner. They scored their first goal off a corner earlier in the game in the regulation. Thompson will take it with his right foot. Ball comes in, curls in towards the goal, and it almost goes towards the goal. It's cleared back out, and it's still in play. Tanner Thompson has it, clears it back in, and this time it's cleared out by a Bulldogs defender. But the Hoosiers retain possession, and it's on in the air, still being fought for. Now the Hoosiers get it back. Gets tipped away. This is Swartz with it. Swartz will find Ballard. He slips a shot. It's high over the goal. Excuse me. As Ballard rips one, a hard one, goes right over the goal. And the Hoosiers really trying to get that first goal and goal opportunity to win this game. To play, still a tie ball game here in the first overtime between the Indiana Hoosiers and the Butler Bulldogs.
Ooh,
the Bulldogs have a
hard foul on that. Ballard.
Yeah, Ballard was on the receiving end of that one, And this might give a little time for some Hoosiers to rest up. It looks like Lillard is down on one knee, down in the back defensive half, and now he'll actually lay down as he might just take a little bit of a breather here, try to stretch things out. And now his trainer will come on to look at Lillard.
Substitute gets ready for Indiana. By the way, on that hit, Ostrowski gave it to Richard Ballard.
So it looks like Lillard just has a bit of a cramp, maybe a calf cramp or a hamstring cramp, as they're trying to stretch him out here. 5:11 to play in the first overtime. So we get ready as Lillard will come off the field here just for a little bit as he has a cramp, but he'll walk it off.
Timmy Mell comes on the field for Indiana. His first game action today comes in overtime.
Yeah, and Mel, he had been playing a lot in the past 3 games. He actually started the last 3 games for Grant Lillard, who had been out the last 3 games. So Mel, he's definitely used to these types of situations. He'll be fresh for this as well, so hopefully he can make a difference.
Grant Lillard had been in for the entire game.
Now this is Phil Fives with it for the Hoosiers.
Nice ball.
He lays it off to Gutjahr, gets tipped away by a Butler defender. Now it's in the middle of the box. It gets deflected. Now it has to be cleared out by a Butler Bulldogs defender. And now the Hoosiers will have it out of bounds for a throw in a risky situation there for the Bulldogs, but they got it cleared out.
What a great play by Gutjahr to deflect that ball into the middle and give Indiana a really good chance. Butler fans were gasping right there.
Now Crevston with the ball. He'll hand it off to Tanner Thompson. Thompson will then try to find Ballard a little bit over his head. Now Swartz with it in the middle of the field. 4.5 remaining in the first overtime. The Bulldogs have the ball here. This is Haralambous with it. He'll get it on the outside to, I believe, this is Witskin. Witskin will then find Goldsmith. He'll give it back to him. Witskin now driving towards the end line on the left side for the Bulldogs. He'll get a cross in, a weak cross, and it'll go straight to Colin Webb, and Webb will pick it up easily for the Hoosiers.
About 4 minutes left in the first overtime. If it's tied after this first overtime period, we will go to a second overtime.
So Colin Webb clears it out for the Hoosiers. A new player warming up for the Bulldogs who hasn't entered this game is number 7, Alex Lettinen. As he is from Finland, that'll be his first action of this game. He has 6 starts on the season. So he's a veteran player, at least on the season.
Trevor Swartz is going to come back in for Indiana.
3.5 to play remaining in the first overtime. Now the Bulldogs with the ball, and the Hoosiers get it back. The Bulldogs bench a little upset with dispossessing that ball. Now Tanner Thompson has it middle of the field, tries to find Ballard. Ballard with it, top of the 18, trying to make some moves. Finds Phil Fives on the left side of the box, gets it inside. A great pass, and it goes in the goal! The Hoosiers win a golden goal opportunity. A great pass by Phil Fives right in front of the goal, and the Bulldogs cannot clear it out, and the Hoosiers win the game.